Hello there, Princess Lucy. How are you today? Well, my name is Princess Belle, and I've sure heard that you love princesses. Is that true? Oh, that's wonderful, sweetheart. Well, all of us at the castle are very, very, very big Lucy fans. We love Lucy, and you love princesses. Isn't that silly? Well, I just wanted to say hello to you and tell you I do hope that you're having a wonderful day. Well, I was thinking, I have some time before supper starts. Would you like to read a story with me? I have a story right here called Belle's Tea Party. This is a storybook from my library, actually. It has all of my princess friends on it. It has Jasmine, well, that's me right there. And this is Sleeping Beauty and Princess Tiana. This is Ariel and Cinderella, and there's even Snow White on the back. Oh my, well I do think you're going to love this story, Princess Lucy. It's one of my favorites. It's called Belle's Tea Party. Belle looked out the window. It had been raining for 6 straight days, and she felt cooped up. She hadn't taken a walk or visited the stables in nearly a week. Will the rain ever stop, she wondered. Chip, the little teacup, was wondering the exact same thing. He had already played all the games that he could think of, and now he just wished he could go outside. Since he was so little, he didn't have a job like the rest of the people in the castle. But the rest of the enchanted objects had finished their work, and the castle was spotless for the day. Lumiere, the candelabra, wandered into the dining room. He noticed how bored Chip and Belle looked, and he began to sing a song for them in French. Then Cogsworth the clock rounded up some napkins and spoons and bowls, and he led them all into a dance. That's it, he cried as they whirled around the table. Hooray! Chip yelled when the song was over. That was wonderful, Belle cried. Will you do another one? Lumiere frowned. Well, actually, we need to go check on the master. Yes, Cogsworth agreed. He might need something. He and Lumiere hopped off the table, and they went to the beast's study to look for him. Now what will we do, Belle? Chip asked. Belle looked over at the teacup, and she smiled. Well, I'm not sure, Chip, she said. I'll try to think of something. Just then, Chip's mother, Mrs. Potts, the teapot, entered the room. She knew what would cheer up Belle and Chip. Let's have a tea party, she suggested, and Belle thought that was a wonderful idea. Belle, why don't you change into your prettiest party dress that you own? And Chip, I have a very special job for you. The little teacup smiled excitedly, and Belle raced upstairs to change. We're going to have a tea party, Belle exclaimed when she reached her room. Oh my, well that's lovely, dear, the wardrobe replied. You'll need something bright and beautiful to wear. She opened one door and she looked inside. Belle reached for her old navy blue dress. No, 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 cried the wardrobe. That's way too dark for a tea party. The wardrobe rummaged around a little bit more and found a yellow hat. Oh, you simply must wear this one, she said. It's beautiful, Belle cried. Then she noticed that the wardrobe was holding up a yellow and gold dress, and it even matched with the hat, and it had a pair of gloves. Oh, you've outdone yourself this time, she said. The wardrobe smiled proudly. After Belle had changed, she looked in the mirror and she twirled around. It was so much fun to dress up. Do you like to dress up, Lucy? Oh, you do? Oh, I love dress-up time. This is my favorite dress that I own. It's all yellow. Well, the wardrobe smiled. She was very proud. After Belle had changed, she looked in the mirror and she twirled around. It was so fun to dress up. You'll be the belle of the ball, or the tea party, the wardrobe said with a giggle. Meanwhile, Lumiere and Cogsworth returned to the dining room. The beast had been taking a nap, so they hadn't needed to do anything for him. Once the clock and the candelabra heard about the tea party, they started getting the dining room ready. They put a vase filled with blue flowers on the table. Then the spoons, dishes, and napkins jumped into place. Now all they needed was a little bit of food. Before long, Mrs. Potts and Chip brought in some tiny sandwiches and pastries with pink frosting. "Ooh la la!" Lumiere cried. "This will be a wonderful tea party. I think we're almost ready." "Ahem," Cogsworth said. "Chip, would you please place this card at the head of the table?" He gave Chip a small little card with Belle's name on it. "This way she'll know where to sit." Chip put the card in place. Mrs. Potts smiled at her son. "Now you take your place too," she said. The little teacup hopped onto a saucer. He was so excited. This was his first tea party ever, and he couldn't wait for it to begin. "Everything is so beautiful!" Belle exclaimed as she walked into the dining room. "But wait," said Mrs. Potts. "We can't forget the most important part of the tea party, the tea." Mrs. Potts tipped herself over and poured some tea into Chip, and then she took a sip. Oh, the little teacup beamed. At last he had an important job at the castle, too. "This is a lovely tea party," Belle said. "I'm so glad I have good friends like you." "Me too," Chip said, and everyone smiled. Maybe rainy days weren't so bad after all. Did you like that story, Lucy? Oh my, well, I sure hope you did. It's one of my favorite stories about the castle where I live. Well, Lucy, it's time for me to head to supper now, but I do hope that you have a beautiful rest of your day, and I hope that we'll get to talk soon. Mwah! Kisses from the castle, sweetheart. Bye-bye.